Welcome to TNT. Hope you're having a great day. And now today's program is brought to you by Beach House Thailand. There's a link in the description, also a website there. 6 bespoke beach houses right on Tham Luang Beach here in PHANG. So have a look at the website, see if it interests you, see if there are dates available that suit you. We'd love to see you here. Now today we're talking about a pollution of a different kind, and whenever we put the words pollution and northern Thailand into one sentence, it's usually about the air pollution that hangs around mostly between January, February, March and April each year. Now last year it was a little bit better than the year before. It seems that slowly they're starting to get a little bit of a handle on the burning of waste products in the area, that burning off season. This time we're talking about water pollution. Pollution coming down from Myanmar, making its way through rivers into Thailand and then eventually to the Mekong. Sadly, carrying some very poisonous materials, including arsenic. Now, it's a story that's been hanging around for a while, but it hasn't really made the major headlines. But we're going to try and give you a bit of an idea of what's going on with this story. And I'll start off with a little bit of geography so you can see exactly where these mines are and what the threat is to people downstream from these mines. So this map is basically the far north of Thailand. The yellow line there is the border between Thailand and Myanmar. And one of the hot spots, we'll tell you a bit more about it, is Mong Hasat. And we can see there the 2 white arrows pointing to Chiang Rai and to Chiang Mai, just to give you a bit of context. Now another location sort of nearby is this Mong Sai, and we can see from Google Earth that they've already started mining operations there for rare earth materials. Get to those in just a moment, and we can see from Google Maps that this Mong Sai is about 1 kilometre from the Thai-Burma border. And they're putting them both into perspective with Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai located with the white arrows. And these are 2 rare earth mineral mines. Now, why are they important? Well, these things, for example, and this particular computer that I'm shooting this video with, I'm sure you spend far too much time on these things each day. They couldn't be built without access to rare earth minerals. And countries like China and Myanmar have the highest reserves of these rare earth minerals. You've also got Vietnam, Brazil and Russia and Australia, which have also got substantial reserves. But China's leading the way with rare earth mining, including the operation of these 2 locations in Myanmar. And it appears that there is very little attention to environmental damage, hence this story. And the pollution created by the mining and the chemicals added to extract these rare earth materials is flowing into important Thai rivers for the north of Thailand. I'll show you why. And we can see from this Mong Sat area, it then starts flowing downriver and it joins eventually the tributary of the Sai River. And we're sort of all going downhill now, and we're following it all the way through Myanmar as it makes its way through various areas, eventually joining the Thai-Burmese border and flowing its way as it widens into the main areas of Chiang Rai. Not only Chiang Rai, but then of course joining the larger Mekong River. And this map shows the other river involved, the Kok River, and Kok and Sai rivers start up in the hills of Myanmar, making their way across the border, which is quite obvious to see there, into Thailand. So it's not just main population centres like Chiang Rai or Chiang Mai that are affected, it's the hundreds of villages along the way and their way of life and the small fishing industries that are also being affected. Another map here showing the areas that are controlled by the highly militarised Wa state. These areas right on the border of China, and then the ones that we're sort of mostly talking about at the moment, which are right on the border with Thailand, ongoing negotiations and occasional skirmishes right on the border there with the Wa state, who operate almost independently from the Myanmar government. So with all these poisons washing their way down into these rivers and into Thailand and beyond, probably the most dangerous chemical that's making its way into these waterways is arsenic. And the measurements that have been done in Thailand for the last 4 months have shown that arsenic levels, depending on the location, can be between 3 and 5 times what are considered safe levels. Now, one thing that this particular problem has in common with the smoke pollution, the air pollution, the PM 2.5, is a lot of it is, well, in this case with these chemicals, just about all of it is coming from outside of Thailand. And with the burning off season, a lot of those smoky fires are lit outside Thailand, and depending on which way the wind's blowing, it can blow in from Myanmar, Laos and Cambodia. Yes, there is burning off happening in Thailand as well, but the majority of that air pollution is coming from outside of the Thai borders. So these are two problems that are mostly coming from outside of Thailand. Let's go to some of the reporting on this. We'll go to Nation Thailand and back to June. Thailand faces new environmental threat from arsenic contamination in northern rivers. And Thailand's grappling with a new environmental challenge as arsenic levels in several northern rivers, particularly the Kok Sai and Mekong rivers, have exceeded safety standards. The primary source of the contamination is believed to originate from the headwaters of the Kok River in Shan State, where extensive gold and heavy metal mining is conducted. And obviously during periods of heavy rain or soil erosion from mining activity, these toxic substances are washed into upstream tributaries, eventually flowing into rivers that cross into Thailand. And it notes the absence of clear regulatory controls. But sampling is currently underway at 15 sites along the Kok River, 3 sites along the Sai River, and then 2 sites on the Mekong River. And the operation for this year is scheduled to run from March to September. And they've been doing 2 lots of sampling every month to monitor the water quality. A lot of the NGOs and villages noting that there has been a distinct orange and brown colour to the water over the past year. And then we'll go up to date with this excellent report from Thai Inquirer, that's thaiinquirer.com. Toxic rivers in northern Thailand threaten public health and agriculture in Chiang. This published just recently on October the 16th. And toxic contamination of rivers in northern Thailand caused by open pit mining upstream by Chinese companies in Myanmar continue to impact public health and agriculture in Chiang. So although a lot of these undertakings are happening in Myanmar, the companies are almost exclusively owned by Chinese companies. Lead levels in tap water in 18 villages exceed safety standards. More than 100,000 rai of rice are about to be harvested using water polluted with heavy metals, with no inspection or compensation measures in place. So just think about that when you're tucking into a bowl of rice sometime early or the middle of next year. And a People's Party Chiang Mai MP has criticised the government site visit on October the 9th for failing to address these urgent problems. He detailed the escalating contamination back in June, where 4 villages had tap water exceeding lead limits. In July, 6 villages, and by August, 18 villages were affected. So he's mainly been pointing his criticism to the Minister of Natural Resources in Thailand, also a Deputy Prime Minister, but that's not the only ministry involved. He also questioned the government's coordination across at least 4 to 5 ministries, including Interior, Agriculture, Public Health and Natural Resources. And of course Thailand has a brilliant history of coordination between the government ministries. And then to the blue tick, the Minister of Natural Resources said officials had surveyed multiple locations during the October 9 visit and claimed that health inspections confirmed no contaminants above permissible limits and that alternative water sources, including groundwater, had been tapped to support agriculture. And the Minister emphasised that the Kok River problem involves multiple ministries and that MPs should direct their questions to the appropriate agencies. So MPs and media, don't ask me, go and ask the other ministries. He noted that the National Environment Board had already established 2 subcommittees, or that'll help, one to coordinate cross-border negotiations with Myanmar and China, and another to monitor environmental and health impacts. But the Move Forward MP said the responses from Suchart today and the absence of urgent measures on this critical issue amount to negligence and risk violating the government's duty, directly impacting the lives of residents. So, as with a lot of these issues in Thailand, it's going to be the noisy cog that's going to get the attention from the oil. So maybe you can share this story, talk to your friends about it, but this is an important issue, and hopefully we've just provided a bit of a framework of the extent of this problem. And just remember, when you do come to Thailand, you might end up eating food that's been grown up in the north of Thailand, potentially in areas where the water supply could be heavily contaminated. Hopefully that's been of interest. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget about Beach House Thailand. If you'd like to come and stay in our very pristine, nice little clean beach here in PHANG. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.